family. We're Bobby and Shira Thompson, and we want to thank you for checking out House Culture.
We're all about helping you create a healthy culture in your home.
That's right. We would be honored if you would go follow us on social media or check out our YouTube channel. We would love for you to subscribe, and you can get all of our updates and all of our videos, and share this with all your friends, anybody that you think this may just help their life. So today we are going to continue in part 2 of our 4-week series called The Truth About Following Jesus.
And the same truths that apply to following Christ can apply to our life as a family and the culture in our home. We want to create a family and a culture that follows after Christ.
That's right. That's right. So we're looking at the life of Peter in John chapter 21. Peter's life was so full of ups and downs, and he was a little bit crazy at times. He was a guy who Jesus called to be one of his disciples. And so in John chapter 21, we see that Jesus had been buried and had risen again. He had appeared a couple times, and during some of this, Peter would want to be close enough so that he could see Jesus, but he didn't want to be really known to be with Jesus. So we pick up in John chapter 21, and I want to read verses 4 through 6 for this first part. It says, "When daybreak came, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples did not know it was Jesus." Verse 5, "Friends," Jesus called to him, "you don't have any fish, do you?" "No," they answered. "Cast the net on the right side of the boat," he told them, "and you'll find some." So they did, and they were unable to haul it in because of the number of the fish. So, number one, in the truth about following Jesus that applies to our life with Christ and our life as a family, trying to create a healthy culture, is this: miracles happen when Jesus gets involved. Miracles happen when Jesus gets involved. These men were professional fishermen. That's what they did for a living. And all night long, they didn't catch nothing. But when Jesus showed up on the scene, their nets were full. And it's just such a proof that you and I may look at our situations like, I don't know how this is going to work. Or what about this relationship that I got going on? Maybe it's broken, or there's some cracks in it right now. Maybe there's just something going on, and you're in your boat right now, and you can't see past the struggle. You can't see past, what lies ahead. And so I want to just encourage all of us, no matter your situation, when Jesus shows up, miracles can happen. And allow Jesus into your life, into your heart, and you'll see him do great things. And that's in our walk with him and in our family life. So number one, miracles happen when Jesus steps on the scene. Number two.
Sometimes you just need to jump. And this is coming from verse 7, where Simon Peter heard that Jesus was near, and he legit just jumped in the water and ran after him. And I think bringing it back to reality, we're not probably going to be on the water fishing and we see Jesus and we jump into the water. But I think bringing it into our everyday lives, God asks us to do things that are hard. And I think he gives us opportunity to do things. And my thing has always been, if you feel like you're going to throw up, it's probably the Holy Spirit prompting you to do it. Whether it be paying for somebody's groceries that's in front of you, more in family setting, maybe it's talking about something that's really hard. Maybe it's a jump to invite people over and your house is not what you think it should be. Maybe you're not a very good cook, or you come up with all these excuses. Maybe it is reaching out and giving to a family around you. I don't know how that looks for you, but I know that when God talks about in his word and he asks us to jump, it could be a job change. I've had a lot of personal jumps in this past year. But God has been so good in all of it. And most of the time when he asks us to jump, he doesn't tell us the outcome. He usually just says, "Shira, take one step forward." And I take that step and I just follow him along the ride of my life. So I encourage you, if Jesus is prompting you to jump as a family or even as an individual, just take the one step, do the awkward thing, and just follow him.
Yeah. The secret to success is submission. The secret to success is submission. So whatever God's telling you to do, man, take that jump, take that risk, and allow God to show up there in your scene. The last thing that we want to talk about tonight is when you jump, others will follow. When you take a risk, others will get in line and see, and it'll make a difference in their life. See, all these men were on a boat and they were fishing. Jesus shows up. A miracle happens. They get all these fish. Simon Peter sees him, so he jumps out of the water and he chases after Jesus. And then in verse 8, it says, since they were not far from the land, the other disciples came in the boat, dragging the net full of fish. So Peter jumped and the disciples followed. And in our lives, when we jump, when we take risk, other people are going to follow. Your choices affect way more than just you. And so as a husband and wife team, as a family, as a dad, as a mom, our choices affect more than just us. And our kids are going to follow. Your church is going to follow. Your family is going to follow. People at your job. Here's the thing. In all those different areas, people want leaders. People want somebody to follow. All of us want to have somebody that we look up to as a hero. And we said it last week, positivity breeds positivity. And so when we jump, people are going to follow. We live in a season of life that needs change. And my encouragement, our encouragement to you, how do we create a healthy culture? Be the change you want to see. Like, you do it. You start that first. And it may just be you for a long time. You just keep rowing. You just keep stepping. You just keep showing up and allow God to do something awesome. You want your kids to be godly kids? Then you be a godly parent. You want your spouse to love Jesus? Then you love Jesus with all your might, because people are going to follow what they see. And when somebody takes a risk, it makes all of us look and see, man, I want to be a part of that. And so if we don't change, we don't grow. And so we just want to encourage you tonight to take these truths about following Jesus, apply it to your family, apply it to your home life, and watch the culture begin to change. So this week, our encouragement is go be creators this week. Do all you can to be a passionate follower of Christ. If you don't have a relationship with Christ, man, we would love to walk you through what that looks like. So give us a shout, shoot us an email, direct message, however you want to connect with us, and we would love to connect with you in a great way. So our prayer for you is this: Numbers chapter 6, verse 24. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. God bless you. We'll see you next week.